Day 9 of Operation Epic Fury, and Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi appeared on live television this morning and delivered the clearest and most comprehensive statement of Iran's position since the war began 9 days ago. He rejected a ceasefire, he rejected negotiations, he confirmed Russia is helping Iran, he warned that a US ground invasion would be a disaster for America, and he said Iran will never surrender unconditionally, calling it a dream the United States should take to the grave. On the ceasefire, Araghchi was unambiguous. He said Iran is not asking for a ceasefire and sees no reason why it should. He said there needs to be a permanent end to the war, not a temporary halt, and until that permanent end is reached, Iran will continue fighting for the sake of its people and its security. He then gave the specific reason why a ceasefire alone is unacceptable to Tehran. Iran negotiated with the United States twice, once in the previous administration's final months and once with the current Trump administration's envoys earlier this year. Both times, he said, the United States attacked Iran in the middle of negotiations. He said he had been in Geneva meeting with Steve Witkoff 2 days before the strikes on February 28th. He said he had communicated with Jared Kushner. He described both meetings as serious and productive. Then the bombs fell. He said Iran will not negotiate again with those who do not negotiate in good faith. He said he has had no communication with Witkoff or Kushner since the strikes began. On the Russia relationship, Araghchi confirmed it directly and did not retreat from it. He said military cooperation between Iran and Russia is not something new, is not a secret, has existed in the past, exists now, and will continue in the future. He described it as a very good partnership. When pressed on whether Russia is providing intelligence to help Iran locate US military assets, he said Russia is helping Iran in many different directions, and added that he does not have detailed information on the specifics. He did not deny the intelligence sharing. He confirmed the partnership and declined to characterize its precise scope. US Ambassador to the United Nations, Mike Waltz, responded to Araghchi's Russia confirmation on the same program, saying he had no doubt Trump would deal with it accordingly. Waltz separately said that if Russia is providing anything, it certainly has not been very effective, citing the military degradation of Iran's forces over 9 days. On the ground invasion, Araghchi said Iran is waiting for American troops. He said Iran has very brave soldiers ready to fight any enemy who enters Iranian soil, to kill them and destroy them. He said a US ground invasion would be a big disaster for America. He said Iran is confident it can confront the US military. He noted that the United States has failed to achieve what he called its main goal, a clean, rapid victory, and said Plan B, whatever form it takes, would be an even bigger failure. On Trump's unconditional surrender demand, Araghchi said Iran will never surrender unconditionally and that it is a dream the United States should take to the grave. He said Trump made similar demands during the June 2025 conflict and they did not work then either. He said Iran's definition of victory is the ability to resist what he called illegal goals, and that is what Iran has done so far. On Trump's claim that Iran was developing missiles capable of reaching the United States, one of the stated reasons for launching Operation Epic Fury, Araghchi called it misinformation and said it was factually untrue. On the attacks against Gulf Arab neighbors, Araghchi made a distinction that Iran has been making consistently since the war began. He said Iran has not been attacking its neighbors. He said Iran has been attacking American targets, American bases, American installations, American assets that are unfortunately located on the soil of neighboring countries. He said he has been in direct contact with the foreign ministers of those countries and has explained that Iran is not targeting them. He confirmed President Pezeshkian apologized to the people of the region for what Araghchi described as the inconveniences they have faced because of US aggression and Iranian retaliation. He did not address address the confirmed strikes on Dubai International Airport, Bahrain's desalination plant, or Kuwait's airport fuel tanks by name. On the Strait of Hormuz, Araghchi said Iran has no intention of closing it at this moment. He added that as the war continues, all possible scenarios will be considered. That formulation, no intention now, all options open later, preserves Iran's strategic flexibility without committing to an escalation that would immediately push oil prices past the $150 threshold Qatar's energy minister warned about. On Iran's political system, Araghchi said it is functioning very well despite Khamenei's death. He said the assembly of experts will determine the succession and that nobody, including Trump, who said publicly he must be involved in choosing Iran's next leader, will be allowed to interfere in Iran's domestic affairs. He said he does not know who the next supreme leader will be. He said there are many rumors, but nobody knows exactly who might be elected. He added that the process may take longer because of the ongoing conflict. On the nuclear file, Araghchi said the chance to conclude a nuclear deal was lost because of actions by the United States. He did not elaborate on whether the nuclear program's current status, with confirmed strikes on Natanz and Fordow, has changed Iran's willingness to discuss enrichment limits in any future negotiation. The IRGC issued its own statement Sunday, separate from Araghchi's address, announcing the 28th wave of Operation True Promise 4 and stating that the scale and depth of attacks against enemy targets will expand in the coming days. That military statement and Araghchi's diplomatic statement are running simultaneously on the same Sunday morning, the IRGC announcing expanding attacks while the foreign minister says Iran is not asking for a ceasefire and is waiting for ground troops. Both are the confirmed Iranian position. Both are real. And between them, they define exactly what Iran's strategy is on day 9. Fight harder, talk to nobody, confirm the Russia partnership publicly, and wait to see whether Washington blinks before Tehran does. The bottom line on Araghchi's Sunday address is this: Iran's foreign minister confirmed the Russia partnership on live international television. He rejected ceasefire, rejected negotiations, and attributed both rejections to the confirmed history of the United States attacking Iran during active talks. He warned of catastrophic consequences for any US ground invasion. He denied Trump's stated justification for the war, and he framed Iran's position not as defiance for its own sake, but as a calculated response to a pattern of bad faith negotiations that Iran does not intend to repeat. Whether that position is sustainable against the military scorecard, 90% reduction in missile launches, Navy destroyed, air defences 80% degraded, oil depots burning, black rain over Tehran, is the question day 10 will begin to answer.